Welcome to NASDAQ Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ. How should women prepare for a career in financial planning? Jamie Englebert, President and Chief Compliance Officer of Englebert Advisers, joins me for Financial Literacy Month to discuss. Jamie, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Jill, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You got it. And I'm excited for this segment because we're talking about financial literacy, but we're also talking about education and career planning. So we kind of have the trifecta of everything in this segment. Tell us about the career track and advice that you have for women in the financial advisory business.
Well, right now, the diversity door is wide open. So ladies, get out there because there's plenty of jobs. Plenty of companies are happy to, fill all sorts of roles. And there's plenty of room now for women in the advisory industry. And in fact, when I started forever ago, it was definitely a boys' club. And I just remember thinking to myself, I want to do what those guys are doing and, asking around, hey, what can I do to, get my career started? And it was like, oh, okay, well, you can take this Series 7 exam and, get started that way. And I'm so glad that I did. And then once you really show that interest, people really want to, other advisors really want to shepherd you. So definitely take advantage of, the other people around you. So they will help you up the ladder.
And what's great with this business is as the market evolves, so does your career. So you can still learn on the job. I mean, there's always that opportunity to improve your skill set.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, that's definitely what worked for me when I first got started. I didn't really know anything about finance. I was not a finance major. And I think what people need to realize is, it's really about sales. And some people think, oh, I don't have the personality for sales. But if you think about your daily life, even if you're posting on social media, you're essentially selling yourself. And, the generation nowadays, they're all about social media. They're selling themselves all the time. So it's just about maybe applying it to, something for good that could be lucrative for yourself down the road. But as long as you're communicating and getting yourself out there, you're a good fit for this type of job.
Are there different strategies for different phases of your career?
Absolutely. I would say if you're a young woman, even just coming out of college and you take a job with some sort of, financial firm, take any kind of exam or get any qualification that you can as young as you can. Because I think we all know once your life gets started, life kind of gets in the way. And studying for those exams can be very time consuming. You've got to focus. And it's great to just roll from being in college. You're used to a study regimen, taking exams, roll right into it. Get as many qualifications as you can. So that's what I would say for a young advisor. Any female advisor, any advisor at all, join a team. We have found this to be just an excellent strategy in our own practice because what we found that when a prospect comes in and we sit down and meet with them, if it's just one of us, we might not jive, our personality might not jive with that prospect who comes in. But what we found is if, there's more than one of us there to meet with that person, one of us might have a better relationship establishing there than the other. So get yourself out there, join a team, and you can just meet so many different people, and it's easier to grow your practice when you're involved with other people. Then I would say for, maybe the older female advisor, you got to think about succession planning. How am I going to get out of this? I've worked, all these years to grow this book, of clients and business. How do I unravel it? And the best suggestion there is, again, find somebody who you can work with who's younger, a go-getter. A lot of times you can just start working as a team, introduce that person to your clients, see if they're a good fit. And then it's real easy to say, okay, I'm going to start stepping away from the business, and you can always set yourself up with some sort of trailing fees or something like that to get yourself out. But any stage of the game, I would just say work with other people because that's your best bet.
All right, Jamie, appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ.